Hey folks, thanks for tuning in with us again today. Mr. Brown, what have you got for us?
Well, if any one of y'all have ever played Black Ops 1 or 2, I know y'all have played zombies. JRA Galil. It's an Israeli Galil parts kit on an American-made milled receiver by James River Armory. Though it's American-made receiver on a parts kit, it still maintains some of the things that made it a Galil, such as your Israeli markings for your safety and selector on both sides, as well as Israeli wood, and the fact that it's pretty much a Galil. I mean, let's shoot it a little bit. For those wondering why there's an AK and an M16 on the table, the Galil is actually kind of a hybrid of both. It draws inspiration from the AK, things like its charging handle, its safety selector, the fact that it takes rock and lock legs, and the fact that it essentially has the same operating system, long stroke gas piston, as an AK. If you actually take it apart, the internals are almost identical. Now, as far as the M16 goes, it's chambered in 5.56 NATO. It takes M16 style bayonets. It has the same kind of flip M16 rear sight, and they made a little bit of a hybrid design with your safety selector. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on camera, but it has the AK style in the front, but it has a thumb selector in the back. I mentioned earlier how the operating systems were similar, almost identical to each other. So we've stripped apart both of them just to show a little side-by-side comparison. Starting with your Israeli Galil carrier and your AK carrier. Your recoil springs are about the same. Your bolts are about the same. And if you look right here, internally, they're almost identical to each other. I will say that the Galil is probably easier to field strip if you wanted to go as far as to actually take the gas tube off as well. It just slides right off.
Versus,
you actually have to push this up and then pull it off. You can see, as I mentioned earlier, the rear sights are almost identical to each other. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Any suggestions? Leave it in the comments.